Yeah, I do too. I'm
Very
a
good.
perfectionist though.
You are a perfectionist.
What would you say to perfectionists who come on your retreat?
What would I say to them? I would say that the most perfect thing that you can do is give yourself a present of going away for a few days to get to know yourself a little bit better. I am a perfectionist as well, to a degree. And what I've found is that over the years of meditation, I've started to care less and less about these tiny little pieces, because I realized what really matters. And what really matters is the essence of the person, who they are at the bottom of all of this. And so people don't care about the small bits and pieces about your work, even the relationship, every aspect of life. People don't care about the details as much as you think. Maybe they say they do, but what is really the most important is the essence of who you are. And that's what people are going to be attracted to. And things like this retreat are a practice in developing who you are underneath everything.
And how does it do that?
It does it through a very simple method, which is essentially training the brain. So through the meditation, we train ourselves in the ability to let go, the ability to accept things as they come, the ability to have an open but also loose awareness. And what this starts to do is it starts to give us a mindset in which we can express ourselves more fluidly, without fear or without getting caught up in things. And the reason why is because you're just training the brain. Yeah, you spent the first time in your life maybe sitting there dealing with your inner world instead of running away from it, going to Mallorca or something, and actually getting to know these parts of yourself, accept them and surrender to them. And that gives you a bit more of who you are. You're not just acting from your old stresses and your fears. You've got a broader perspective on who you are in each moment. And it's not weird voodoo, it's just training the brain.
And do people who come on your retreats have a lot of meditation practice already?
No, some of them have been meditating for 5 years, some of them have just started meditating. I do recommend, because it's a bit more of an advanced retreat, that some people who want to do 8 hours, 10 hours a day, those people are absolutely fine to come along and they're going to have a great time. People who have just learnt to meditate, they're going to be doing less hours, because slow and steady wins the race, right? Many people love to go on 10-day retreats for 15 hours each day. When they've never meditated before, I wouldn't recommend that. In the same way that I wouldn't recommend somebody who's never been to the gym to go to the gym for 8-10 hours a day for a whole week. At the end of that week, you're never going to want to go in the gym again. And if you look at somebody's body who's been to a gym for 10 hours a day for a whole week, you might not even notice it after a week. Yeah? But somebody who goes to the gym 30 minutes each day is where it's really at. And so we don't need to be so intensive with meditation retreats. It's a short reminder of what meditation really can do, but it's not. It's a support to your daily consistent meditation practice. It isn't something that is just going to blast you out of the water and not make you want to ever do it again.
And what were the things that I asked you last time? What have you gotten for yourself out of why are you a meditation teacher? Why do you meditate?
Because essentially I found that, as I was saying, 'in our last little interview that didn't work so well, what I was saying last time was that it's not more information that you need to change your life. If it was more information, you would be able to stop all of the things that you want to stop doing by simply thinking about stopping them. You might not even notice it after a week. Yeah? But somebody who goes to the gym 30 minutes each day is where it's really at. And so we don't need to be so intensive with meditation retreats. It's a short reminder of what meditation really can do, but it's not. It's a support to your daily consistent meditation practice. It isn't something that is just going to blast you out of the water and not make you want to ever do it again. And what I was saying last time was that it's not more information that you need to change your life. If it was more information, you would be able to stop all of the things that you want to stop doing by simply thinking about stopping them. Or, every good argument you've heard to stop, being so freaked out, all the time, or being so stressed, or.
And what were the things that I asked you last time? What have you gotten for yourself out of why are you a meditation teacher? Why do you meditate?
Because essentially I found that, as I was saying in our last little interview that didn't work so well, what I was saying last time was that it's not more information that you need to change your life. If it was more information, you would be able to stop all of the things that you want to stop doing by simply thinking about stopping them. Or, every good argument you've heard to stop, being so freaked out, all the time, or being so stressed, or feeling like life is meaningless. Every good argument you've heard for why you should be relaxed or why you should be happy and meaningful, it hasn't worked. Why hasn't it worked? Because there was no invocation. There was no consistent practice involved in that. It was simply just something that you said to yourself. And that was the same for me. I tried to say a whole bunch of things to myself my whole life to be more productive and be more engaged in the world and be more open and be more honest with who I was, but it just wasn't working. All the philosophies in the world weren't doing shit. And that's why time and time again I have to keep coming back to just consistent daily practice. And a retreat is a moment of inspiration where you get to really experience what meditation does for you. You get to make a little bit of a quantum leap in your practice. And it's some place that you're able to re-engage with your meditation practice, to know that it can do something. Because if your daily practice is just plodding along in the background, you might feel like it's just become a part of your day. Maybe you're noticing the benefits, but now you want to experience what it really can do. And that's what a retreat does for you. It reinvigorates your daily practice. And so that's why I became a teacher, so that I could hold wonderful retreats. But also because it wasn't more information that the world needed. It didn't need more software. It needed an upgrade in the hardware. And that's what the meditation is.
Is it definitely recording?
It is definitely recording this time.
Okay. Just making sure.
So we only need one more thing, really. So whatever, one more question. One more thing from you. What do you reckon?
May I ask the question last time that I wanted to ask you again? Hold on. What is, there's so many meditation retreats out there. Why should people come on yours?
Really, the thing is that they should do whatever the hell they want to do. It's not what is best, it is what is most relevant. And I find that the retreats that I run are most relevant for people who are engaged in life, who want to consistently practice meditation, and who want to experience the depth of a 3,000-year-old tradition, and really get into a little bit more than just the meditation practice itself, but also all of the advanced practices that come on with those 3,000 years of tradition. And so that's what these retreats are like. They're like exactly what you would do if you went up into the Himalayas and meditated in a cave by yourself. This is what the yogis up in the mountains are doing. And so this is a little adventure into that, to give you a taste of where meditation goes next.
And I had one more question that I just want to ask again, is what do you find most annoying about the participants on retreat?
You also asked this one last time. And I said that I find most annoying is that they're so happy afterwards and they can't stop sending me messages. But the truth is what is most annoying about people on retreats is that you're letting go of old stuff. And a meditation retreat is an adventure. It isn't a holiday. And so an adventure is filled with all kinds of things. It's filled with some obstacles on the road. It's filled with some new amazing things. It's filled with some magical things. It's filled with some pretty heartbreaking things. This is a good adventure. And so, of course, when on retreat, some people will let go of these old things. But I've been doing retreats long enough myself and holding them long enough that there is nothing that is annoying anymore. It's just all a symbol of growth. And it's all a part of the beautiful adventure that people can come on for a weekend in Germany. So come along. Thanks for fun. Great.